Hello everyone, my name is Bella, and if you're a fan of Royal FM, you've probably seen me here before, and if you're not, it's your first time seeing me, so I'm introducing myself. My name is Bella. The show will just be about reality. Basically, I have different people, different voices from different places, just talking about reality, different problems we face, and I'm going to be providing, facts, reality. So, reality with Bella. Boom. Yeah.
Hey, what is up, everybody? How are you? The real you. So welcome to Reality with Bella. It's me again, Bella, back again with a new topic to discuss about. So turn up your volume and stay tuned. And so let them introduce themselves and tell us something they can't live without. Like 2 things you can't live without.
Okay, thank you very much. My name is Armand Joel, and I could simply say I can't live without my parents. I just feel without them, I would be lacking behind big time. So yeah, I feel I can't live without them.
Yep. Two things.
2 things. Yeah. I cannot live without food. Simple as that.
Food. Wow, how great.
Like, yes, I'm a foodie. I like eating, so when food is not there, I feel something is off. Definitely. Not like as in the need for food, but like, yeah, I want something to chew on every minute. Yeah.
Do you know what else like string on food things?
Bella, please.
Shout out to Joel's parents if you're watching this.
Okay, thank you very much. My name is Shami Dindirebeni, and one thing that I wouldn't live without is my parents as well. But also I cannot live without should I say water? That's what people like to say about water. And one more thing, it's internet. Yeah.
Hi, Atita Greta again. 2 things I can't live without: combination of a journal, an agenda, and with a pen, of course. And I can't live without let's see, I just forgot about it, and I can't live without it.
Food.
Not food. I can't live without my mouth. I can't live without this part of my body, my mouth and my voice coming out of the lips, you understand. People I can manage, but the mouth, the talking, I love.
So you like talking?
Yeah, a lot.
Hi guys, I'm by Sasha Gaju. So those things I cannot live without is, first of all, I'm a Christian, my faith. I cannot live without my faith. And another thing, my bed, bro. I like to sleep. I'm good with it. People, I cannot live with them. But when I have bed and food and network, life continues. Life continues as normal. Yeah, that is my whole life in a room. That's my whole life.
Can't live without your life.
Yeah, I cannot live. I'm good with it. Guys, people without Wi-Fi, I'm praying for you. Okay.
We talked about 2 things, but Sasha was like, I have to put food.
Food is a priority, guys. It is a priority.
Okay. So me personally, 2 things I wouldn't live without probably my family and Christ. No?
And information. I can't live without information. Like, I like staying updated, like know everything that is going on. Because like that, yeah.
Like information is poison.
Poison how?
It just makes you do.
No, it depends on the information you're getting.
What type of information do you mean?
Beg your pardon.
What type of information do you mean?
Well, the type of information that I mean is like news, like what is happening in the country, then job applications, things like that. You know what I'm saying?
But here go say for me, information. I can live without information because I feel like when you know too much,
Thank you.
you ask too much.
Exactly.
I feel like I can just spend a whole day sitting, everything, closing my eyes, pass. Please, come on. True. Hey, I don't want to.
Well, then how do you cope up with life if you do not get there?
Ignore everything. Ignore, and life continues.
You know, there's a Bible verse that says, "Don't stress about anything. Instead, pray about everything."
Pray about what you don't know. I'm asking.
Bro, the Bible also says you have to pray
Please. Let's move on with the show. Sorry for the interruption. So let's start with the show. So most of us tend to struggle with, especially the young generation, tend to struggle with real friends. You know, real friends are very hard to find. You know, matter of fact, a smart person once said, "It's hard. It's easy to find friends, but it's actually hard to make friends, but it's easy to lose them, right?" So today we're gonna be looking at real friends versus fake vibes. So how can you spot a real friend, and how can you spot like a fake vibe, like a fake friend, so that you don't have to worry next time. You can just look at someone and be like, something on you, eh? So tell us, how can you spot a real friend?
My side, I think real friends don't exist, to be honest. It matters on what do you want to believe is real. Hear my point.
Let's just close up.
Hear my point.
The end of the
Guys,
show, cut.
it matters. What do you call real? Maybe someone's fakeness is your reality. Definitely. At the end of the day, if he's being fake and it is real to you, so that he's a real friend. And let's talk about fake friends. Everybody's fake nowadays. Let's be honest, because at one point you want to be something you're not just to fit in. And does that make you fake? That's a question for myself. I would like to ask it to Rita.
I don't know, but it's nice to meet me. I'm very real. I think to spot a fake friend, I feel like you have to have a friend at the end of the day, even when they're fake or real. But I feel like fake friends, they end up hurting you at the end of the day. And I feel like fake friends just give you that vibe. You just feel it inside. You just feel like
I get it.
You are so fake. Like, why are you being so fake? And I feel like real friends do exist, because I do have real friends, and
I don't have friends. Don't I have friends, guys?
you do have friends, but you say they're fake. Your opinion.
I said I don't believe everything is real.
Natasha looks so disappointed.
I look so dumb right now.
when you said real friends don't exist, she was like,
What? Real friends do exist. I have real friends. The kind of friends that when you phone, like
delusional.
phone on the ground, not like phone in life, they just laugh at you so bad. That's when I know that they're real friends. A fake friend would be like, "Oh, Bella, don't. Are you okay? Why are you being fake?" Yeah, exactly.
Okay, well, I also believe that real friends do exist, but at the end of the day, it goes with the, should I say this? But it goes with the characters of a person. At the end of the day, we're all people, you know. I might have Greta as a real friend, but then at the end of the day, Greta brings out that aura of being a person, you know, disappoints me in one way or another. Yet I expected her to be something extraordinary. So at the end of the day, we're all people. But I do believe that there are real and real friends. So how I figure out something real for me, for me, I refer it to communication. How do you communicate to me? Do you check on me? Do you even care how I'm living? Do you even care what's going on in my life? What kind of person or vibe do you bring to me, you know? Okay. And I take you as a friend for a particular time, you know? You might say that today when I'm with Greta, she's going to pretend to be this kind of person that she's not. But then at the end of the day, if Greta keeps same vibe and then shows me up that, yeah, I'm your friend, then I must say that, oh, you're my friend, I have you as my friend. So real friends do exist as long as you support me into what I have to step in. And you're always like, Shami, go get this, I got your back, I got you, and I have this for you. And then at the end of the day, if you not feel okay with me, then you have to tell me that, Shami, but real friends do exist. But at the end of the day, we're all people. Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, I could simply pick up from what you just said. Like, it's all about communication, and I feel we all have friends, but I can't say that there are real or fake friends. But we just have friends, but who act up in different situations, and each of them in a particular situation means something. Okay. So like I could simply say that these friends who we are calling real are those ones, like she said, who are gonna check up on you and be like, what's popping? How are you doing? How is life? You know? And those fake friends we are talking of, I could simply say those are the friends that want you maybe for what you have. You know, like if you have wealth or you're from a rich family, like they come up close to you and be like, I want us to be friends. And maybe due to your innocence, you're like, okay, yeah, let's be friends. And reality is they're just after you for what you have. Like the moment you go broke or things hit sideways, they'll be like, hey, bruh, I'm not with you. Not with you. My friends are these and you nah. So I could simply say, you will always identify those friends or any type of friends, whatever you might choose to call them. You might discover them from certain situations, scenarios that people face every day. Because like our life today, maybe it might be good, like downhill, but tomorrow it might go uphill. And most of the times that is where you find the friends who you thought you had tend to move off, like start throwing you there, and they're like, nah man, you're not the, you don't fit the vibe. Okay, so if you're desperate for them, then that is when you'll start acting up and be like, you're trying to fit in, which is also not necessary. But yes, I could say friends who do not appreciate you for who you truly are, I could simply call them fake friends. But yeah, those situations, just take note of those situations. They will always reveal themselves.
Definitely. I'd like to agree with what Sasha said. At the end of the day, as they said, we're all just people. And we are deep down, we're all fake. Because you put on a character. If you want to be like a real friend, you're going to have to go out, like to step out of your comfort zone and put on a different character depending on the type of, on the friend or the person you're trying to be friend with. So I do actually believe that we are all sort of fake inside. And
even if you don't realize that
because
you are
like how can you
sometimes.
like sometimes you have, if let's say you're the one who's the victim right now, be like, I don't know how to differentiate the fake friend and the real friend. Of course, that real friend, they'll have to put on, okay, like it's not being, I don't know if I can call it fake. Fake is a very hard, heavy word to call it. But I just think that you have to put like a character depending on the mood of that person.
Let's call it adaptation.
An adaptation, exactly.
Depending on the person,
Yes.
the vibe
Not
they're
fake.
giving, and you're like,
Not fake.
Yeah.
me adapt.
We're not fake.
fake.
Let me play along.
We're not fake.
It's a
But
better
we
word.
are
No,
adaptation.
it's adapting so that you
Adapting
do
to
not end
someone's-
up like knocking with that person.
Yes,
and be like,
yeah.
passing off some bad vibe in the room.
Definitely.
So like you just have to adapt and be like, yeah, put a fake smile.
But then at the end of the day,
end of
when
the
I
day,
get to
yeah.
figure out that you're adapting yourself to me,
To
then
me,
I
yeah.
get that you're
That's a
fake.
real
You
problem.
get that.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's the problem. And that kind of leads me to my next question. So what if you're adapting to this person, you're trying so hard, like you've been adapting, you're like, and that person's like, wait, I figured out you're adapting to me. It's not who you truly are. You're fake. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think a person should look at before calling someone fake? Because I feel like it's very common. I've been seeing like different comments from different reels. They're like, oh, that's a fake friend. Go how to spot a fake friend. Like calling someone a fake friend, like how would you like,
Well, I think we could simply just start with what we could call a friend. This friend is the person who you find yourself into, like you find yourself like bonding with them naturally. It's not something you're looking for, like you just bond with them and you see that maybe what you're lacking is what they have. Okay, so at the end of the day, you end up I could say filling in yourselves. So one thing I could say into looking for a real friend or looking for a friend is personality, character, and your personal values. does that person meet your personal values? If yes, then you could simply bond with that person. Because if you have the same goal, then it is easy for you to do what? To move with me. Because if you have a goal of maybe, let's say maybe, okay, in academics, you see, students are like, we have exams coming up. I want us to study together. You see, like, we all have that one aim of passing. But like mid the term, like you find them, maybe one is studying, another one is like, there's still time. So those two do not match. But when you have the aim of studying and he also has one, then you, so which is what I'm saying, the goals, like what you want to achieve, like if your personal values meet with theirs, then it gives a whole clear frame that, things could work out. So yes, I think we should base off that. Your personal values, then their character, and then lastly, instinct. Like follow instinct. I know you can feel something is off one way or another, but try to listen to yourself, listen to your inner person.
Yeah, so basically what I think we're misconcepting someone who does not feel you, someone who you do not match vibes, and someone who is befriending you.
Definitely.
I think someone who's not feeling your vibe, that's just a normal person, that's just them. They're not trying to be your friend, but someone who is befriending you and they're adapting to you, that's the real problem. And I think that fake friends, you spot them when friends that do not give ideas, they're just always being like, Sasha, you're so good at that. If you say, I want to do this, go do it, everything. Do that, everything. Do this. Just because you said you want to do it and now they're supporting you. They never give ideas. They're never being like, Greta, you have to think about it like a little bit more. Like you have to analyze what you're doing. You might be ruining your life. You might be ruining something that you really love. Like fake friends do not give ideas. They're just there for what they want, but then at the end of the day, just for them not to feel some kind of way from you, to not ruin your friendship, they're just going to act like they're always there, that they're always supportive and always, just following you around. That's what I think.
Okay, so thank you. But literally, when I say that somebody is my friend, then I mean you're my person. You know what I mean when I say you're my person, But I just think that when I say that somebody is my friend, maybe I'm going to use this kind of example. Maybe when I say that Sasha is my friend, she's my friend not just because she's that my person that much, but then at the end of the day she's my person. But then when I say my very, very, very friend, I mean my person. Now I have to go in line with what Joel has been saying. It has to go with your personal values and what vibe do you match actually, because this is why like for example, I can be a friend with that kind of a person who likes going to the clubs and what when I'm that girl who really likes putting my life into Jesus and church and whatever. Exactly. So this is why we have to move on with our personal values and what I want, because I can't link up with you when you're not giving same vibe with me. But everyone can be a friend, but when it comes to a person, like a very good person of yours, then it has to go with your personal values as well.
At the end of the day, I think fake friends, if we go back to the topic of fake friends, I think when a fake friend tries to meet your standards, not anybody else's standards, your standards, and they're trying to outcompete you or be like you, that is what the person I say, you're a fake friend. Or when they like talking about people bad behind their backs, and what tells me you do not talk about me like that? That's how I can spot a fake friend. And real friends, I think they come once in a lifetime. Even if I don't think that they exist, but they come once in a lifetime. So if you see them, catch them, because next time you might not get them.
Yes, thank you for your ideas. And guys, please, we should stop being like, you're fake, because fake is a really heavy word. Okay, calling someone fake, you have to first analyze, is this really true? Or is what I'm seeing true? You have to go through like some deep...
Yeah, to add on that, let's also remove the ideology that maybe if someone doesn't meet your expectations, then they have become the fake friend, you know? Like, if I expected you to be with me, like, even when I'm going to the club and you're not coming with me, you know? Like, they just call you a fake friend.
That's
you know what I'm
not a
saying?
bad thing. That's
So
the
that's
truth.
why I'm saying, like, do not be too expectant, I could say. Like, and you know, like, yeah, they are human. Simple as that. Like, some of them will not always meet your expectations, but that doesn't stop them from being your friend. And
Exactly.
So simply every shoe has its matching shoe. You
Yes.
see, so I might not be be complementary to your shoe, but then at the end of the day, you will get your own shoe.
Yeah, true.
Definitely. So fake friends are very hard to find, but once you find them, you just feel it, you know? Like, you feel like this person is my person, as they're saying, okay? So guys, stop going around calling everyone fake. Stop calling everyone fake, because who knows? Because you may be calling them fake and they're also calling you fake. So just like take time, sit down and think. So, and for people who are watching this, like Sasha, who don't believe in real friends are there. But they're just really hard to find. And you, as a person who's watching this, you should be that person. You should be like, I should be a real friend to prove to my friend that I am real, okay? Because at the end of the day, we are all just people. We do things wrong. We mess up every day. But the best part of being a person is we can still get up and deal with our troubles. Which leads us to my next topic, which is family pressure. So what's your idea on family pressure? Because I feel like we struggle with that a lot in our generation. Like, the family is always pressurizing you, like, do this, do that, do that. What's your idea on family pressure?
My idea on family pressure is a lot of things. For example, let's say I'm still in high school and I'm going to choose a section that I am going to study in. And most parents think studying rep is way better, but deep in my heart, I want to study WWE. Yeah, and I want to study that. And you are thinking, what will I tell my parents? I don't want to do rep. I want to do another thing. I want to do an art. And the pressure builds upon you, and to overcome it, it's really hard. Exactly for me, it's really hard to overcome it and say, do I really need that, or do I do what my parents say? Because we all know that what our parents say is way better than your own thoughts. That's the loophole I'm finding in all of that.
For me, I just think that family pressure is just family pressure. Your family just telling you not to do something or doing something. So I think family pressure is one side good and one side bad. But mostly at the age of 0 to 18, I think family pressure is really, really, really needed, because like we've grown up in random families. I know so like we know that family pressure has made us who we are right now. We know that we cannot do something that is so shameful, that would bring a bad image to us, or that would ruin our names or even our lives, just because we know that our families have put that particular pressure on us. And I do think that also family pressure is at some point very bad, because it could ruin someone's dream, because they're thinking that that is the right thing for you to do. Like, you have to be a doctor when at the end of the day you think that you should be like a journalist, and that's what you feel. So I think like family pressure is both ways.
Yeah. I would also go with what Great has been saying, because I also believe that family pressure goes with both ways, because as what she's been saying, of course, we really need that family pressure. We really need that mom always there for us, who says that, hey, Shami, you don't have to come at home maybe beyond maybe 8, you know, because at the end of the day, it's actually something that is really essential for our own lives, and you find it protecting you from a lot of strange things you've ever even met. So we should remember that parents get a lot of experiences that we as the teenagers, should I say it like that, or maybe the young generation, we don't have. So at the end of the day, they get to tell us something to do, though we like it or not, but at the end of the day, it's really essential for our own lives. So, but on the other hand, I should say this to every parent that is watching this, that parents should also understand their children, because they should feel what they want and what their heart also wants, and they should understand us in the times that we're really in, because at the end of the day, we're in that environment that forces us to be in parties, and that forces me, when I talk in that section of education, maybe for me I'm doing MCB, but maybe I wanted to join the drawing whatever classes, but then at the end of the day they're like, no, you have to do this science because we need you to be a doctor. So you parents, you should be understanding us what we really want, but at the end of the day, I should be telling people of my age that discipline is the key to success. We have to have this basic education and basic needs, which is the family pressure. Thank you.
I could say family pressure is something necessary, and at the same time, I could also say it also requires boundaries, like to know where it stops from. Like, yes, parents should, guide us through the whole journey, but not dictate us. Like, when they tell us don't do this, maybe try to reason with the child and be like, the reason as to why I'm telling you not to do this is because of this in particular. Because like the biggest reason, the biggest issue that people are facing right now is like, yes, these teens have their own expectations. They think they are going to get something out of maybe what they're doing. What they do not expect is what could go sideways. So I feel if you're going to convince them and show them every part of whatever thing they're trying to do is, I think they could understand. Like, showing them is enough, and letting them to decide is also another thing. Then supporting them in whatever they choose, because things could go sideways and still that child will notice it and be like, you know what, let me go back in line, let me do what my parents said, because like most of us right now are living here because of what our parents maybe gave us when we were young, like this, everything. Like, you just know that when you meet someone elder than you, then you have to greet them. So being honest, it is necessary, but it should have boundaries.
Wow, thank you very much. So if you're watching this, just know that family pressure is really needed. But to the parents who are also watching this, let your child speak. Let your child speak and listen to your child, and let them do what they want, but not let them do everything they want, because there's some things which we should be mindful about, isn't it? So if you're watching this as a parent, just let your child spread their wings, but don't let them just fall. Like, you're gonna be there to lift them up. And as for the child who's watching this, especially teenagers who struggle with identity and feel like they know it all, just know that family pressure is indeed needed. So thank you very much for following us. And just like that, we're out of time, but never out of vibes. So tune in next week at Reality with Bella, here at your favorite place, Ray FM.